The battle for Kyiv has begun. This residential building, the latest target as Russia continues its march on to the capital. Residents evacuated as buildings came under heavy artillery fire. Another sleepless night as explosions and gunfire reverberated across the city. As the Russian offense edged closer, nothing was safe in its path.
Самолет опять. Ебать, видели?
This video, captured in the capital, appears to show a tank going out of its way to crush a civilian car. Incredibly, the driver survived. A defiant Ukrainian president filmed this video from the streets of Kyiv, telling his people and the invaders he wasn't going anywhere.
We are all here. Our soldiers are here. The citizens are here. We will defend our independence. Glory to our defenders. Glory to Ukraine.
The president rejected an offer to be evacuated from the country by the US military, vowing to stay. People who chose to stay and fight were urged to prepare petrol bombs, with volunteers in their hundreds lining up to pick up assault rifles. Ukrainian defences in Kyiv also bolstered by additional troops to slow the Russian advance. By morning, the pivotal battleground remained under Ukrainian control, but residents trying to flee were met with warning shots. To keep desperate crowds under control.
We've been trying to get on all day. You have to break through the crowd, but how are we going to do that with a child?
Residents yesterday, refugees today. At least 100,000 people have been forced from their homes by the Russian war. The United Nations predicts that number could reach up to 5 million.
They don't let you pass, then let you pass, then they don't.
I'm exhausted. We haven't slept all night. We could only fall asleep crying.
The city of Lviv is full of Ukrainians who've fled violence. Many are now making the agonizing choice to leave their home country altogether. Some of them say they don't know when or if they'll ever be returning. Ukrainian-Australian Natalie Tarnach made the difficult decision to leave her home in Kyiv. She's fleeing to Slovakia with her husband, but has no idea where to next.
Like looking at the place and thinking it's for the last time. It's really, I guess, very emotional for me.
As battles rage across the country, the Russian leader made another address, this time urging the military he was attacking to turn on their own government.
I appeal to the soldiers of Ukraine. Don't let neo-Nazis use your children, wives and elderly as human shields. Take power into your own hands.
Russian troops have pushed into Ukraine from the north, south and east, occupying parts of the borderlands. They're battling to take key port cities in the south and heading east to establish a land bridge to Russia. But the focus on Kyiv is clear, with Russian forces circling other towns without staying to take control in their march on to the capital. For Ukrainians fleeing the violence, the only way out is west. Ukrainian streets are becoming increasingly empty, but their spirits are not. the national anthem uniting its people at a time it needs it most.
We begin our coverage in Washington with Caroline Shively. Caroline, can you give us the latest on what we're hearing from the ground in Ukraine and reports about street fighting?
Absolutely, Alex and Christine. Kyiv officials sending out a warning to residents to avoid go near windows or on balconies, to take precautions against being hit by debris or bullets. Throughout the night, Russian troops have moved to encircle Kyiv after pounding that city and several others from the skies. Our crew on the ground in Kyiv witnessing the explosions, from missile strikes to small arms fire. Although their latest word is they aren't hearing those larger explosions at this hour, just the smaller weapons being fired. But things are changing minute by minute. As many as 18,000 rifles have been handed out to civilians to protect their homes and families. Grandmothers and teenagers taking up arms with minimal training. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urging citizens to stand firm against the siege, declaring the fight is here and the fate of Ukraine is being decided right now. Ukraine's military reports that it has shot down 2 Russian transport planes, one 50 miles south of Kyiv, another 25 miles south. Each plane can hold up to 125 people. Our Lucas Tomlinson urges caution on those reports. So far, we can't confirm those. We can say hundreds of casualties have been reported from Russian soldiers, the Ukrainian military, as well as civilians. Late tonight, here at home, President Biden authorized another $350 million to provide immediate military assistance to Ukraine. Alex and Christine, back to you.
All right, Caroline, thank you so much for that perspective. And of course, we are seeing those shots and hearing about people that are hiding in subways to stay safe. Caroline, we thank you for your perspective there.